I took the man from Alabama's advice, and I've put this on my plants a couple times. I just put it in a gallon jug and pour a little bit on each plant. And by golly, it's making blooms. So, I don't know if that's going to be good or bad. Forcing it to bloom. But, it's experiment. And the worst that can happen is blossom end rot. I try to get the limbs in the mesh so it'll support most of the plant. I've already got tomatoes. And well, that's the Romas. This is my cherry. There's little blooms all over it. It just hasn't happened yet. And this is a grape tomato. It's got blooms. This is another cherry tomato I planted later. It's not established yet. This little guy's making blooms like crazy. So the bloom builder might be working. I don't know yet. These are big boy tomatoes. These are the first ones I planted. And these did so well, I decided I'd go buy more instead of waiting for my seeds. It was a disappointment in the seeds this year. I spent money on this garden. $5 a plant. 5, 10, 15, 20. You get the idea. But we're going to get our money's worth. Because we stew the tomatoes. The big boy tomatoes we can whole with the skins off. We used to cook it in chili, but my wife is finding other things now. She's making, what do you call it? I can't think. But she makes another dish that's good with it. So we grow the tomatoes. And we eat these. These are grape tomatoes. And those cherries are already forming. Cherry tomatoes. My wife will be pleased. They'll be coming on about the same time as the berries. The berries out there. Let's take a look before we run out of time. They turn black and they're delicious. And they're all over the fence. Over there too. I'm not going to show all the berries, but gotta get that dandelion. Now this is the barrel that gets me in trouble with the fire department. This is illegal. Well, if you look in the guidelines, you tell me how to make it legal. Champaign, Illinois guidelines. Hey, that's a berry that's nearly ripe. It's not black. The only one. I bet you Millet finds that one and nibbles it off. That dog, he loves the berries. Caught this swarm last night. I had a hard time getting it in the box, but I finally got it in. It was up there. And that's about let's see, I think that's a 20 4-foot ladder or 18-foot ladder or something like that. But I think it's 20, two 10-foot sections. So that's about 14 feet up. It was on that limb, and there was only a little stub there with a bunch of suckers growing out of it. They landed on it, and I cut it off and put it in that box. I'm gonna move it up over here on a stand